Right. Hi, everyone. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Melissa.
Hello.
Hello. How is it going, everyone? We have like a minute or so before we get started. Cheryl, you want to let me know how it's been? Thumbs up. Good. Are you still on that plateau or are you going back down?
I'm
Nice.
back down.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. You look real happy. I like that bright color on you.
Yeah.
Your hair looks all pretty.
No, actually, yeah, well, it may
Well,
look pretty, but
maybe you didn't make it pretty, but it looks pretty. Lisa, how did this week go for you? Good. Awesome. Love to hear that. Melissa, how about you?
It was okay. I just had a couple things like where I felt like I had to, eat out once in a while, which was fine, I think.
Sometimes it's stressful to eat out, huh? When you're trying to be good and stick to a certain routine and diet.
Mm-hmm.
You could have like eating out anxiety.
I'll go there with, I did that yesterday. So it was my cousin's birthday and we were at Maggiano's and it was family style.
And it's so good.
I went there full and because I had a protein drink before I went. Smart. And I told myself, okay, you can have one of this, and one of this, and a small piece of that.
Yeah. How'd it go?
I did it.
Awesome. Yay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to give everyone another minute or two just to see if anyone else pops on, and then we'll get into what we're going to do this week. I knew Cherie would pop on. There she is. Hey there, Cherie.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. I just raced in from taking care of the kids, so.
Good. You made it. Good job.
Yeah.
How did you do this week?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I did okay. I lost a little weight.
I saw.
I thought I should have lost more. I think we all think that.
You guys all have to just be happy with the process.
I agree totally.
You're not the only one who has told me that.
Oh, okay.
Quite a few. I've lost X amount of weight, but I feel like I should have lost more.
Well, I think we're all working really hard, doing exercise more, really trying to do the macros and all that. And then when you don't get quite as much as you think you've earned.
Right. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, just be happy it's still going down.
That's right.
Erin, how'd the week go for you? Oh, you're muted. There. Oh. You want me to come back? All right, I will come back. Marina, how about you? Are you with us? I see you're logged on. There you are. How did your week go?
It went well.
Yay!
Better than last, huh?
Okay, that's awesome. As long as the week, went better than the one before, that's always good.
Yeah, last week was more of like, everything is fine. The week in terms of dieting was fine. That's what I should have said.
Right. I know you've got a lot of stuff going on. So if you hold this together, I'm going to be so proud of you. All right. You can totally do this.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I did not meet protein like 3 of the days, and that's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
So
we don't dwell on the past. We just move forward.
Exactly. So
hi, Sandy. How are you?
All right. How are you guys?
We're good. We're just doing a little recap, asking how the week went for everybody. How did the week go for you?
I think overall it went pretty good. Had some cravings.
Normal.
Tried to work through what I was actually craving and why.
Good.
And most of the time it worked out pretty well.
Awesome. Okay. Erin, I don't want to leave you out.
Well, thank you. It's been a little bit more of a struggle this week, and I think it's just not seeing the huge not the huge, but better weight loss, I think. And just so busy and not enough time to make for planning and stuff, but made the best choices when I could. So I
Great.
think I did okay. I didn't eat protein goals a couple days, so for sure.
It's okay. As long as we're doing better than we normally would do. That's a win.
Yeah.
So I want to talk to you guys real fast. Excuse me. We're definitely going to get into the handouts from last week, the emotional eating stuff, and see if we discovered anything there that you guys want to share. Then we're going to get into this week's topics, stress and recovery, and just kind of go over that and the handouts that come out with that. And then we'll kind of close it up after that. But before I get into this, I want to talk to all of you about the plateau. So give me a little like wave if you're experiencing the plateau in your weight already. Yep. So this is totally normal, you guys, okay? Your body likes homeostasis. So what we did, we took away 500 calories a day. So we're in a deficit. So what your body wants to do, it's going to adjust so that it acclimates to your lower calories. And it sucks. Your body's like trying to be smarter than you. So when you get to that point, there's a few things that you can do, but you need to mix it up. So whatever you're doing, your body's used to it and you need to try something new. This is where I might try some of that carb cycling. So if you haven't tried that yet, maybe you try to not eat a lot of carbs on the days that you're not working out and then save the carbs for the days that you are working out. So I gave you daily macros. You can, to figure out like how much you should have a day, your daily macros, find the carbs and then multiply that by 7. So that number is your weekly total for the carbs. All right. So then go back on your calendar and divide that up into the days. Maybe on your higher carb days, like you're pushing 150 to 200, going over 200 maybe if you're someone who can have more carbs. On those lower carb days, really trying to keep it under 100, between 50 and 100. All right. So just an idea for some of you who are experiencing that plateau. The other things that you could do, if you don't want a carb cycle, you could take out another 200 calories. So break it down even more, or you can add in another activity, more physical activity. So another workout, another, nice big walk, something like that, something where you're burning more calories. So the more calories you burn, versus what the calories you eat, it's the balance. All right. So any quick questions on the plateauing? Okay, let's go into the handouts from last night, the emotional eating handouts. Did anybody do them? Do you want to share if you kind of discovered anything? Like maybe there's a certain time of day where you get a lot of control, or maybe there's a certain food that you just can't shake. You're just always thinking about it. What did we learn this past week? Go, Lisa. Thank you.
Learned a couple of things. I didn't write them down, but I was
okay.
pretty intentional and paying attention. And totally different. I work from home 2 days a week, and then I'm in the office the other 3. When I work from home, I don't prep or plan, and I find myself easily wandering into the kitchen before I have to do something that I'd really rather avoid. So there was totally that boredom, and I'd rather do something else. When I'm at the office and I prep, it was pretty easy. And in fact, I wasn't hungry at all. Like it was just, it fit, everything fit. And then I also noticed, maybe this goes back to what you were just talking about, carb cycling though. But what I eat before and after a workout, like it's like I feel like I need a lot more carbs after I work out because I'm just spent. I'm just exhausted.
You got to put the tank back up.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I have to be very mindful of the carbs. But man, sometimes I just got to get that energy back up after I work out.
Lisa, that is the time you can eat the carbs. So go for it, especially if you're going to be carb cycling, like get the carbs in then, and then don't eat them later in the night.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, if I mean, I crave carbs in the afternoon too, because I stack everything through the day. I'm go, 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 go. And then, yeah, I have my little snacks here and there, but I'm not really like eating a full meal, and I work out. So then like once I hit 3 or 4 o'clock, I'm like, oh, I need to eat some protein shake. And then if I'm still hungry, I'll have it like, have another little snack. And that's totally fine to fill up after you work out. It's normal. You should feel, if you feel spent after you work out, you did a good job. So
Yeah. I also noticed that thirst, it's a big thing. Like I'm getting more and more thirsty because I've been drinking more and more water, I think. But if I'm starting to get like I need to eat something or snack, then I think it's often that I'm thirsty instead.
Yes, I'm really glad you brought that up. Whenever you feel hungry, the first thing that you should go for is water, because 9 out of 10 times you're actually dehydrated. So chug a glass of water or take your time over a few minutes. And then if you're still hungry, then you're still hungry, but definitely get all the water in. And I'm really glad that you brought up working from home, because that is hard to do. The kitchen is very close by, and there's definitely a lot of, downtime where you can just meander into the kitchen. So I think definitely being really structured on those days that you work from home are going to help you out. Does anyone else want to share? That's okay.
I noticed some of the same as well with the hunger as thirst. Thirst is hunger. I'm not sure how to phrase it, but yeah, kind of, okay. Yeah. I've been doing something, I've been involved in it, and all of a sudden it's like you come up for air and then go, I want to eat everything. But when's the last time I had, my water? I didn't refill my glass. So that's something I've definitely noticed.
Yeah, and that's also a part of our topic today that goes into our recovery talk that we're going to talk about later too. All right, last chance. Anyone want to talk about their emotional eating handouts, if they learned anything, if they figured out any tips that they could share with anyone else?
I don't have any tips, but I will add that the later it gets, the more likely I am to want a carb.
That's normal. I hear that a lot.
If I'm trying to work late to get work done, by the end, I'm pretty much like, I think I need like 3 pieces of bread or a bowl of rice.
Wow.
It's like, it's just I don't need anything of substance. I just need a carb. And I can tell I should go to sleep.
Are you a tea drinker?
I try not to, because then I'll end up not drinking as much water.
I like that idea. So if it's caffeinated tea, then yeah, it's going to dehydrate you. But if it's not caffeinated tea, you're adding to your water take for the day. And there's some very calming teas that actually really help. Again, we're going to get into this stuff, but the bedtime routine, the winding down, you need to start letting your body know when it's time for bed. And that is a process that takes longer than 5 minutes. So we'll definitely get into that, but maybe these topics for this week are going to help you with some of that. All right, Messla, I saw your hand go up. Did you want to share anything? Nope. Okay. Everyone good? We're going to move on. Okay. All right. So we're going to move on to the topics of this week, stress and recovery. So this is like there's a lot that goes into this, but if your stress is not handled and if you're not recovering well, it's going to definitely affect your weight loss. That's maybe where you're going to see some of that plateauing happen. So let's talk about recovery first. So recovery. Yes, I'm talking about recovering from your workouts. Part of that is eating after you work out, getting the carbs, getting the proteins like we talked about. Another part of it is staying really hydrated. So the more water you drink, the better. It's going to flush everything out. Yeah, like you might have some water weight days because you drank so much water, but that's all it is. It's water weight, okay? Let's not get too crazy about the water weight. So we want to make sure we're recovering well. That includes getting sleep, getting enough sleep, going to bed at a reasonable hour, making sure that there aren't a lot of distractions, like your room is dark Maybe you need a little white noise or something like that. Your room is not cluttered. Something that I love, and we're going to go through these a little bit, but something that I really love before bedtime is the brain dump. So do you ever wake up in the middle of the night and then like you're thinking about the 50 things that you have to do the next day, and it just keeps you up, and you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot to write this thing down, and I have to go to this store, and I've got to pick up my kid at this time, and I don't know if I'm going to make it. What am I going to do? So instead of stressing about all that stuff in the middle of the night, brain dump. Maybe it's on your phone and you just have like a note in your phone. Maybe it's a diary that you keep by your bed, but get it all out before you go to sleep. Like, I need to do XYZ in the morning. I need to remember to schedule this, call so-and-so, like just get it all out as much as you can and leave it there. So recovery is really important. And then stress is a big thing. Some of us, we have a lot of stress, and it can get overwhelming and it can get hard to manage. And stress comes in all kinds of different flavors. So, there's the daily stress, like maybe you have a stressful schedule, but then there's family stress, right? Do we have a lot of people that depend on us for things? There's work stress, there's life stress. We have tons of events that happen in our life, like maybe someone's passed, or maybe someone's moving away, maybe something bad happened with your kid. I don't know, but like we have lots of different stress, and we need to be able to manage it. Because if your body is just tinkering over all of your stress and you have anxiety going all the time, you're not going to lose weight. It's not going to happen. And this has really been something that's been hard for me. Like, this has affected me a lot in the past. I've even had my doctor prescribe like herbal things to keep my anxiety and my stress level lower. So there definitely are some things out there that you can take to help with that kind of stuff. But you need to first recognize your stress, where it's coming from, and then try to find a way to manage it. So let's look at these handouts. The wheel of stress. So this is just a good eye opener. If you're like, I've had a lot of people be like, I'm not that stressed. And then we kind of go through some questions and they fill out some things. And then it looks like they have a lot of stress in their life. They're just maybe not that aware of it. So this wheel of stress is really going to help you find the areas of your life where you're carrying a lot of stress. So there's social stress, there's environmental stress, physical stress. The physical stress, like if you're not recovering from your workouts, you're going to have physical stress. All right. Mental stress, emotional stress, and existential stress. That's the one that keeps me up at night. So, you might want to take a minute and you just color in on the ones that you feel like, there's little bars there so you can kind of gauge it. Color in the ones that are affecting you, and you might be surprised of where you're really dealing with a lot of stress in your life. So after we do that, there's also a little handout here just to help you see again where your stress is. And it looks at stress and recovery. So it looks at everything. So it's going to start with your sleep habits. Like maybe you have a little eye opener that you're going to bed a little too late, or you need to start your bedtime routine a little bit earlier. Then we get into the stress factors. And again, there's a lot of them there, but I will let you go through this on your own. And then you have to rate your stress overall. So after you went through thinking about all of the things that make you stressed out, you're going to gauge it on a scale of 1 to 10. And then you're going to gauge how well you're handling it on a scale of 1 to 10. So after we go through this handout, you're going to be like, okay, I see X, Y, and Z. Let's go to the sleep and recovery ideas. So this is going to be great for helping you come up with some ways to definitely make your sleep habit better, but to calm you down. So keeping a regular schedule, it's a great idea. Again, your body likes homeostasis. It likes the same thing. So if you can keep a regular schedule, it's going to help you out. I know maybe that's not possible, but do your best. The alcohol and the caffeine. Another reason why alcohol is not that great for you. It's going to help you to not sleep very well. And again, with the caffeine, for me, I can have like 4 shots of espresso at 4 o'clock and still go to bed at 8:30. But that's not the case for everybody, okay? So, you know, maybe you're waking up in the middle of the night. Like a lot of times I find maybe I go to bed too early and then I wake up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm up for a while because I went to bed too early. So make sure, you know, you're getting the 7 to 8 hours in there. The brain dump is on here. I love that. Turning off the electronics. So I'm bad about that one too. Like I like to watch TV before I go to bed, but you know, try your best. Stretch, read, de-stress before bed. I love this. I also love adding some sleepy time tea somewhere in there. Trying to go to bed before midnight. This one might be for you, Munera. So maybe you need to try to find time in your schedule earlier in the day to get that work done so that you're not up super late at night, because it's definitely going to add stress. And then you guys are all exercising regularly. I think you're really good about that. Baths or showers, that definitely calms you down, keeping the room dark, having a stress-free, clutter-free bedroom, okay? Get rid of the stacks of clothes that are sitting on the chair by your bed. Cheryl starts laughing. All right, get all the stuff out of your room, clean it up, and then keep it cool. We actually keep our house like really cool, and I sleep better like that because then you can have like the heavy blankets on top of you, and there's been a lot of studies that if you have like weight on top of you, you sleep better because they have like those weighted blankets and stuff. So we actually just turned the heat off. I think it was like 50 something the other day when I woke up. And then like some white noise, again, like a sound machine. We actually put the fan on in our room just so it makes some kind of noise. And sunlight, getting outside. There's nothing better than good old Mother Nature, getting some fresh air, getting some exercise, getting some vitamin D from the sun. All right, so those are all great things. So do you guys have any thoughts about this? Where are some areas that you think you're gonna find you're pretty stressed out in?
I have a mantra for anxiety and stress. Do you want to hear it?
I would love to.
It's actually 2 things. It's 2 questions.
Okay.
Everybody asks. The first question is, do I have enough information to freak out? And the second one is, will freaking out help?
I like that one.
And then just the last phrase is that anxiety is contagious, but so is calm. So
Ooh,
calm is contagious too.
I love that.
I have it written down by my computer.
Oh,
So then if I start freaking out or something happens at work, then I'm like,
the
nope,
visual.
nope. Do I have enough info to freak out? Okay, let's simmer down a little bit.
A great one that I always learned from my dad is you cannot worry about the things that you don't have any control over.
Mhm.
So I try to carry that one with me as much as I can. Don't
Say the
stress the
second-
little things.
Say that second line again.
Lisa.
The second one, so the first one is, do I have enough information to freak out? The second is, will freaking out help?
Thank you.
How true is that?
I just want to share also that, so I've been doing the Misfits for, I think I'm coming on 3 years. And I've always done the morning one. And I can tell you between the time that I started and the last couple of years, my mental health and stress level are so much better. Like it is phenomenal to me, just working out in the mornings 3 days a week, how that impacts my mood and I mean, my ability to sleep. And it is at this point, something that's really not negotiable in my budget, in my relationship, in my family. Like this is my mental health and I'm not going to give it up.
I love that, Lisa. I am actually the same way. You know, my husband sometimes tells me like, you need to go to yoga class or you need to go to the gym. Like you need to like get the stress under control. So that's my stress relief, like is going to the gym. Not everybody is like me. That's my therapy. That's my me time. Phone goes on do not disturb. And I try to really make that time at least, 5 days a week for myself. Another great thing is yoga, meditation. There's been lots of studies, even 5 minutes a day of just sitting in stillness and trying to meditate, which I'm terrible at too. But they also have guided meditation that you can just kind of listen to somebody, a nice yoga voice, calming you down. And there's the studies show if you can do that in the morning before you try to do any of your tasks, it's very helpful. Yep. So definitely need to take you time. You need to take care of yourself, do all the self-care. I know a lot of us take care of a lot of other people, and we tend to put ourselves at the bottom of the list. But if you want to take care of everybody else in your life, you got to take care of yourself. So make sure you make yourself a priority. Who needs to work on the bedtime routine? Yeah, I go to bed early, but I still could clean up my bedtime routine. And then, gosh, for me, I think a lot of my stress is in my schedule. So like kind of in my work life, and then in like the home dynamic world. Does anyone else want to share kind of where they feel like their stress comes from, or how they manage their stress? I'm sure all of the ladies here would love some tips.
Well, I'll share that I have 3 teenagers. Is that enough?
Totally. I'm fearful for the teen years.
Oh gosh, that is by far my biggest stress. And I'm a terrible sleeper too. I did invest in the Calm app. And I listened to their bedtime stories, and I've yet to get any very far into one before I'm asleep.
I love that.
So it's one of the things that I was like, okay, to get the app for the year is $70, but it really does help me sleep. And, when I'm thinking about my teenagers out there driving or giving me more gray hair or whatever, it does help.
Sherry. I'm gonna check that app out. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Sometimes we used to do like there's apps that are like different like sounds. So I would do like the thunderstorm app and it would just be like a thunderstorm, and I fall asleep in like seconds with that thing on. Anyone else want to share some tips? We have like 4 more minutes.
I count backwards. Of all things.
Oh, I've heard that counting is a good one.
And I get to a certain point and I'm like, that's it. I'm gone. I'm asleep.
All right. Counting the sheep backwards. All right. Does anyone else want to share? Going once, going twice. Cool. Okay. Well, you guys, this is the home stretch. It's going to start getting hard here. You're going to start getting tired of what you're doing. But just keep focusing on the positive stuff. Keep focusing on all the things that are working for you, all of the good ways that you're feeling right now. And just hang in there. Like, try to stay on top of the workouts. You're going to need to get that work in so that you're burning the calories that you're eating. All right. And make sure you're signing up for those one-on-one meetings with either Jess or I. You're going to make sure you sign up with the same person that you had the first meeting with. So if you met with Jess, you're going to finish with Jess. If you met with me, you're going to finish with me. I just added a couple more appointments this Friday and next Friday in Zen Planner. You can either sign up for, I think it's called the Nourish coaching session or a success session. They're both meetings with me. Doesn't matter which one you sign up for. And then in that final meeting, we're going to make sure you've got a good plan going forward. So we're going to make sure you're set up for success. If you want to keep carrying on with your cut that you're doing right now with your diet, all right, we're going to support you. Maybe you need to take a week off and get back into the game. We call that a refeed. It's not a cheat week. It's just a refeed. So you really have to still be careful of what you eat, but you add in like another 300 to 500 calories a day, mostly, and you're going to add the carbs in too, so that you kind of shake the body up and then try to diet again. And if you're plateauing, that's kind of another thing that you can do to shake it up. All right, before we go, anybody, last questions, concerns, anything? You guys are good. All right, hit me up individually if you have anything personal that you want to go over. I want to make sure you guys are all feeling supported and staying on track, okay? All right, my friends. Well, good meeting. We've got like one more left, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, oh, the handouts for next week. My gosh. Oh yeah, the stress stuff. We're gonna do that. And then you're gonna get your plan going forward. So I need to make sure you guys get those handouts before the last meeting. Or we can make sure we go over those in your one-on-ones. We'll get it figured out. But there are some planning ahead things that you will get. All right, my friends. Well, have a great night. It was good to see you. I'll see you soon.
All right, thank you.
Bye,
You're so
everybody.
welcome. Bye, everyone.
Bye, thanks.
Bye, Cherie. Proud of you.
Thanks.
Hey, Stacy, I have a quick question.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on for you.
The final weigh-in, is that on Saturday, the 23rd?
I think we were trying to get people in earlier than that. That's a great question. I think we were trying to get people in earlier than that, but let me check for you.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, and I think you're actually teaching the 6:15, so I'll see you at 6:15.
On Wednesday?
Today, wasn't it?
Me?
Yeah,
No.
maybe not. Teaching
I
then.
don't, I don't. The only night I work is Wednesday nights.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then yeah, well, I'll see you Wednesday night too, probably. Who knows? I don't remember what I signed up for.
Gotcha.
Like, we'll see.
Hang in
Yeah.
there. How you doing with everything?
Doing okay. Definitely. It was a lot of IDGAF for a couple days there. Like, just
Yeah.
more. Ugh, I didn't like. A part of me just wanted to drink wine, and I was like, oh my god, could you imagine that I gave up like all this other stuff, and then I'm gonna botch it with wine?
Mhm.
That was the.
And it'll come back quick with the wine.
Thing.
So wait.
But all I kept on thinking was, you're just gonna get a headache. Like, it's not worth it. So
Yeah.
no, I'm okay. It's okay.
Good.
But
I've been thinking about you.
thank you. Been trying to just keep up, I think, and that's why. Yeah.
Use those workouts for your stress relief.
I'm doing it. I have
Yep.
been 5 or
Yep.
6.
All right, girl. Well, you have a great night, and I
You
will
too.
text Eddie right now and get back to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, take care. Bye.